The Odd Pod.
Odd Pod. Well, we're a bit light of mad stories here on the island, so I thought we'd look further afield today. A giant tortoise somehow ended up a mile from his home and had to be taken back in a police van. Titan, who weighs 9 stones, lives in a garden in Suffolk, where he's penned in by a 3-foot fence. His owner has no idea how he escaped his enclosure and believes he may have teleported over it. It took 3 police officers to lift up Titan, who's 35 years old and measures 1 metre across, after he was spotted at around 2:25 on Friday in Kesgrave near Ipswich. Mr Aston told the BBC there was no sign of the fence being broken and he can't jump over it. It's 3 feet high. Suffolk Police wrote on Twitter, "Thanks again to vigilant members of the public in locating this absconder. 9-stone Titan was safely returned home. He was too large for the van cell, so he had to travel wagon side." One Twitter user joked, "Just glad you didn't have to call out the Shellicopter," and another commented, "He's clearly antisocial as he's never come out of his shell." Elsewhere, a replica of Noah's Ark is currently stuck because it doesn't have the correct paperwork to say that it's seaworthy. Guess where? In Ipswich. The owners of the Dutch-flagged Ark are locked in an impossible stalemate with the agency, and now Transport Secretary Grant Shapps is being asked to get involved. The £2.6 million Biblical Museum is owned by Dutch TV producer Ard Peters, who could apply for an exemption to be allowed to return to Holland, but the Coast Guard has serious concerns and insists that it's not safe. They said Noah's Ark will remain detained until all the deficiencies have been put right and an MCA surveyor is invited back by the owners to check they've been corrected. The craft was due to leave on April the 1st, but because of the stalemate it's been racking up £500 a day in fines ever since. The Coast Guard found a range of issues, including overdue services for life-saving equipment such as life jackets, fire kit and lifeboats. They said they couldn't rely on the grace of God to let the boat leave. The owner said it's always been classed as a non-certified floating object and had only left its home country on an infrequent and exceptional basis, according to the Ipswich Star newspaper. Towage plans have now been made for the Ark to return to the Netherlands, and the vessel is still awaiting towage approval to depart from the UK. Owners have been continuously seeking a means of release and permittance to be towed on a single voyage from the UK to the Netherlands with an agreed towage plan. Watch this space. There's a joke there somewhere.
The Odd Pod.
Odd Pod. And don't forget, the Odd Pod is available to download wherever, whenever you want from Facebook, Twitter and Spotify. Or you can subscribe for free at manxradio.com.